All right, let's just jump right in. Have you ever noticed how tough it is? It can feel almost physically painful to just say the words, my bad, or you know what, that was my fault. Today, we're going to get into the fascinating psychology behind why our brains are so hardwired to dodge responsibility. Really think about it. You're running late for work. What's the very first thought that pops into your head? Is it, wow, I should have planned my morning better? Or is it, the traffic was an absolute nightmare? Or my alarm clock betrayed me? For most of us, it's that second one, right? That finger pointing is our automatic gut reaction. So, why? Okay, so the first and maybe the most important thing to get is this. Avoiding blame doesn't automatically mean you're a bad person. It just means you're a human person. We all have this deeply ingrained need for self-preservation. You can almost think of it like we have a psychological immune system. And this right here is the whole key. When something goes wrong, our brain doesn't just log it as a simple error. Oh no, to our sense of self, our ego, it can feel like a full-on personal attack. It feels like a genuine threat to who we think we are. This brings us to the core concept, ego preservation. It's an automatic, totally unconscious defense mechanism. Just like your physical immune system goes after a virus without you even thinking about it, your psychological immune system attacks anything it sees as a threat to your self-esteem. The only problem is, sometimes it really, really overreacts. So the big reframe here is to stop seeing this as a weakness. It's actually a leftover survival instinct from way back when our social standing was literally a matter of life and death. Admitting a mistake could get you cast out of the tribe. Our brains are basically running on some seriously old software that hasn't quite caught up to a world of, low-stakes mistakes. So how does our brain actually do this? Well, to help that ego preservation system do its job, our minds have come up with some incredibly clever and usually totally invisible shortcuts. You could even call them tricks to automatically shift blame away from us. Our brain has a whole toolkit for this stuff. We're going to unpack 3 of the most powerful mental shortcuts that, once you see them, you'll start noticing absolutely everywhere. The self-serving bias, the fundamental attribution error, and good old confirmation bias. First up, the self-serving bias. This one is just classic. When we succeed at something, we take all the credit, right? I'm smart. I worked so hard for this. We chalk it up to our own internal qualities. But when we fail, suddenly, it's all about the external factors. The test was completely unfair. My boss just doesn't like me. It's the ultimate mental game of heads I win, tails it's not my fault. Next is what might be my personal favorite, the fundamental attribution error. This is just a massive double standard our brains use. When someone else messes up, say they're late, we immediately judge their character. Ugh, they're so irresponsible. But when we're late, oh, well, that's different. We blame our circumstances. You would not believe the traffic. We give ourselves a pass based on the situation, but we judge others on their character. And finally, confirmation bias swoops in to tie this all together. Once our brain has decided, hey, this wasn't my fault, it turns into a detective. But it's a detective that's only looking for clues that prove its own theory. It actively filters reality, highlighting every little piece of information that supports our innocence and conveniently ignoring anything that suggests otherwise. So all these mental tricks, they feel pretty good in the moment, don't they? They protect our ego, we get to feel like we're in the right, but, and this is a big but, this protection comes at a cost. There's a hidden avoidance tax you pay for dodging responsibility. And believe me, the long-term costs are steep. Let's break down the 3 biggest hidden costs of this blame-shifting habit, the damage it does to our personal growth, to our relationships, and, maybe most surprisingly, to our own sense of control. First off, it traps us in this nasty, vicious cycle. When you shift the blame, you give up the chance to actually learn from what happened. And if you don't learn from a mistake, what happens next? You're pretty much doomed to repeat it over and over and over. And over time, this pattern just destroys trust. Think about it. Who wants to work with or be in a relationship with someone who never, ever takes ownership? It makes you seem unreliable and honestly, just frustrating. And this brings us to a really subtle but massive cost. You actually give away your own power. See, if the problem is always out there, the bad traffic, the unfair boss, the slow computer, then the solution is also always out of your hands. By constantly blaming external forces, you're basically telling yourself a story that you're just a victim of circumstance. and that you're powerless to change anything. Okay, so what do we do with all this information? How do we actually go from this automatic defensive mode to a place of real accountability? Well, the key isn't to beat yourself up about it. The key is to start building awareness. This table lays it out so clearly. We can make a conscious choice to shift our mindset. We can go from automatically protecting our ego to intentionally fostering our own growth. We can switch from trying to find fault in everyone else to genuinely seeking to understand the whole situation. And we can pivot from that default setting of external blame towards practicing real internal accountability. And look, if you take just one thing away today, let it be this. You are never going to completely get rid of these biases. They are baked into our human software. But the simple act of noticing them, of catching yourself in the act of shifting blame, that is a game changer. That awareness is what finally gives you a choice in the matter. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. We know your brain's primary job is self-protection, and to do that, it creates blind spots to shield your ego. So the real question becomes, what incredible opportunities for growth, what important lessons, and what deeper connections with people are waiting for you right on the other side of those blind spots?